more or less.
More or less. Thank you very much for hosting this very important event. We as actors in the disability field think that indeed EFSI can contribute a lot to the further development of high quality social services for persons with a disability. But of course what we discuss here goes beyond the services for persons with a disability. It is about all social services. So it is not only our agenda, I think that we share this agenda with many other NGOs and actors in Europe. As said already, I'm Secretary General of the ESPD, and the ESPD represents over 12,000 organizations that support persons with a disability across Europe. I would like to welcome you all at this event. Dear colleagues and friends, representatives of the social sector, representatives of regional and local authorities. Many representatives of the local authorities are here, and I think that is very good, very positive. We also have strong representation here of the Commission and the Cabinet. Thank you for accepting the invitation. And I can assure you we have lined up an excellent group of speakers, people that represent the social sector. We have a banker on stage, and in the second panel we will also have people active in this house and working at the Cabinet here on stage. At the beginning of his presidency, Mr. Juncker launched a plan to mobilize over 300 billion to put in the economy to get it back on the tracks. Now, a year later, 2 years later, we see that this did not reach the social sector, or to a very limited way it reached the social sector. EFSI did not reach the social sector investors and innovators, or you also can put it the other way around. The social sector in need of substantial investments due to the rising demands and the necessity to develop high quality services did not yet find its way to the EFSI funding. Our debate here today is structured around 3 key questions. First of all, that's maybe the most important question, can EFSI, can this Juncker package play a role in the future development of the social services sector? Secondly, what are the main barriers, the problems that hinder the uptake, that indeed make it difficult for social sector investors to use this new opportunity? Barriers at the level of the European Investment Bank, the European Investment Funds, the financial go-betweens, the banks, or also barriers at the level of our sector, the social service providers. That's the second question. And the third question is, what can we do to improve the EFSI regulation and its implementation mechanism? Because it's not only about the regulation, it's also about the implementation mechanism. What can we do to make this better and to indeed make sure that we find our way to this financial instrument? And of course, organizing this event here in the European Parliament means that we also should look at the role of the European Parliament in this regard. To better understand the EFSI mechanism, ESPD did 2 things over the last 6-7 months. We did a sounding within our membership to see to which extent people know about this. First thing we did, and we did a research on EFSI and its implementation mechanism. First, maybe a few words about the sounding. We did a sounding in 10 countries, and it is far from statistically hard material, it's just a sounding. But still, it gives a very clear indication on where we are as a sector. One of the conclusions is that there are many needs for investment, and that goes from very small projects that want to work on the quality of the service, to bring the service closer to the people, to make it more empowering, to very important investment plans, 200 million and more, to develop, to modernize infrastructure that we need to do what we do. On average, most service providers find it difficult to get access to private funding, to loans and to bank guarantees. Most not-for-profit social service providers find it difficult to find the loans. And a third conclusion, and that is in a way shocking, in our study, in only one country, the service providers, the investors that do the work on the ground, knew about EFSI and knew about the mechanism, Cosmic, one of them, used by this program. And that is, I think, a quite important conclusion, although it is not statistically correct research. This sounding indeed gives a clear indication. We also did some research on EFSI and its implementation mechanism as well, and in a few moments, ESPD's policy officer, Tom, will introduce the research. What did we do? We looked at what is EFSI and what could it mean for our sector. We looked at what are the main barriers that we can identify, and we also discussed what should be changed within the EFSI mechanism to support further investment in our sector. This as an introduction. It's still early, but the coffee, I hope, was strong enough to get you started. I hope that we can have an open, interactive discussion as well, so I ask all speakers not to talk too long, so that there is time for interaction. And I hope, that is really a wish, I hope that thanks to this event, we make it, as you said, we make it into Mr. Juncker's speech, and that indeed he announces that the European Union will invest in social services, and that he will do what is needed to open up EFSI for our fields. Tom, what